We have to do that.
I got a job. Don't Russell Brand me out of my own job.
Yeah, really. Treat him nicely.
Russell, by the way, I want to hear the clips of the phone calls he made.
But did I tell you? I used to go out with that girl. She's an ex-girlfriend of mine.
Oh yeah.
The girl that's in.
Well,
that
Russell banged.
Well,
that Russell Manuel's granddaughter is an ex-girlfriend of mine.
explain the controversy, because a lot of people,
Well, there's a guy called Manuel of Faulty Towers who was a Spanish bloke on a TV show who's meant to be thick. Unless you watch the TV show in Spain where they made him Mexican, which is worth noting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Manuel was the stupid Mexican in Faulty Towers.
Faulty Towers was great with
John Cleese, right?
Yeah.
John Cleese. One of the best sitcoms ever. Only 12 episodes, but great. Right?
Only 12 episodes of that?
12 episodes, yeah. 2 seasons of 6.
British don't play games. They don't go too long. They cut it quick.
And they decide to make episodes when the hell they want to. They don't set to any schedule. They go, and next episode's in 5 weeks. And you go, what happened there? And what's it, a morning show now? When did that happen? So Manuel has a granddaughter who has let's say a questionable occupation. She dances for a burlesque troupe called the Satanic Sluts. It's a fairly suggestive name. It might not mean what you think. And then there's Jonathan Ross, who's the biggest broadcaster on British television. He's the £6 million man. For that's what he gets paid by the BBC.
What we call E-Rock. Fat joke.
And then there's Russell Brand, who's the pretty boy of the whole thing, and might have seen him in that Sarah Marshall film. And that type of stuff. So they were on a radio show.
He really took Tinseltown to task when he took the MTV Awards.
Yeah, I heard it went badly.
And you hold up a mirror to those phonies.
He sure did.
I heard he made some George Bush jokes that were quite questionable.
Settle down.
Yeah, called him a retarded cowboy. I was like, well, this guy's crazy.
I think we wouldn't let him play with scissors. Oh, stop it, Russell, stop it. Anyway,
Scathing.
Jonas Brothers, too?
Oh,
this guy nuts?
Leave them alone.
How many big targets you going after?
Yeah, tell me he said something about Britney.
He probably did. I don't think it was that wild.
Knowing that edgy MF-er, he probably went off on her. He's crazy.
So anyway, he gets on the radio. He rings up Manuel, right, and says that he's going to interview him. This is the facade they're using. They go, we wanted to interview him about Faulty Towers. Why? No one's interviewed Manuel in 30 years. No one's asked a question about Faulty Towers. But anyway, obviously Manuel's not there. So he just leaves 5, 6, maybe 7 answering machine messages going, I effed your daughter.
Granddaughter?
Granddaughter. I effed your granddaughter.
Oh, it's the granddaughter.
They've got the footage here.
Yeah, I got a taste of it.
Andrew Sachs.
Don't call him Manuel, that's really bad.
Call him Andrew Sachs.
Oh, I apologise.
I said Andrew Sachs.
He's an idiot.
Look, Andrew Sachs, I've got respect for you and your lineage and progeny. Never let that be questioned.
Don't hint.
I wasn't hinting. Why did that come across as a hint?
Because you know what you're talking about.
Now, when you were
the granddaughter.
That's his answer phone.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I apologise. Andrew, I apologise.
Wow, shock jocks. I love it.
And do you know...
I was obviously on a voicemail.
They got, I think it was 18,000 complaints.
His answer phone.
They got real complaints.
But
really.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. You can't ring someone's grandfather up and tell him about it. And he's just an old bloke sitting at home going...
Yeah, he's not
From what I know,
currently having a show, but he's not like in the public eye. He's just a private citizen somewhere.
Yeah, he was on a TV show 30 years ago.
Mr. Faulty! Mr. Faulty!
And the thing was, from what I know from talking to his granddaughter, him and his granddaughter are on best terms anyway.
Oh, okay.
Old Voluptua the Destroyer. She's a curvy girl.
Oh, is she?
Oh, she could take a punch.
Where's a picture of her there?
And you used to go out with this girl?
I went out with her when she was 18. When I was about 25, when she was about 18, she was up at the. This is before she was a member of the Satanic Sluts, but you could see it was coming.
Yeah.
Well, the guys knew they were in some trouble, so they tried to cover their tracks here.
Look, Andrew, I'm phoning you to ask if I can marry. That's right, marry your granddaughter, Georgina the granddaughter.
And I'd like to be a page boy.
He wants to be a page boy. We're gonna have a Faulty Towers themed wedding.
No, you've spoiled it.
No, I thought I made it better. Oh look, I'm sorry. I'll do anything. I wore a condom.
It is still Jocktober, too.
Yeah.
He uses a lot of flowery words, Russell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's over-exaggerated.
And then they
talks
Yeah.
about things like it's... He once came up to me and he went, "You're an ordinary man with overtones of smut and philanthropy." What are you talking about?
What?
What does that mean?
Stop trying to be random. Stop trying to be brilliantly obscure and random. No one cares.
Calm down, you phony.
Just always
Lou.
remember. He,
I'm sorry.
He used to he used to put it in his mouth for Coke back in the day. That's what I always think when I looked at him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read his book.
right.
It's kind of interesting. He had a bad drug habit.
He continued calling the guy back over and over again.
I'd like to apologize for these terrible attacks, Andrew Sachs. I'd like to show contrition to the max, Andrew Sachs. I'd like to create world peace between the yellow, whites and blacks, Andrew Sachs. Andrew Sachs. I said some things I didn't have oughta, like I had sex with your granddaughter. But it was consensual, and she wasn't menstrual. It was consensual, lovely sex.
These guys are good.
Yeah, that's the best radio we've got.
the next
I
thing.
guess it loses something in the translation.
No, we
Oh,
understood
it was
every word.
English.
Literal Jim, I
That's
suck.
okay, literal Jim.
No, Anthony was English. Or you should kick me in the teeth with the inappropriate bell on your foot.
I'll give you a Halloween pass.
One more clip. Bruce Campbell about this movie a little later. One more clip, so then they called the voicemail back one more time.
Ever since I was a little boy...
Just say sorry.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I've done a lot of bad things
Sorry.
as a boy.
No, don't
sorry.
go on about it.
Oh,
Sorry.
Sorry. I'm so sorry, all right? I'm so sorry that I had a difficult life.
No.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Andrew.
Just let it heal.
Let's just take some time together. Look, we can
No,
meet
he
up.
doesn't want to spend any time with you.
Gal
Just say
Garcia
sorry.
Morcablaka.
It's making it worse. Just say sorry.
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 Jonathan's sorry as well.
Sorry.
It was his idea. I was influenced.
Wow.
I just wanted to impress Jonathan Ross and
I didn't
got
touch
swept
anyone.
up in it.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Very sorry.
Sorry about everything that's ever happened. You were good in the bill.
Stop that.
All right. No, but bye.
Do they do well over there?
Jonathan Ross is the most popular person on TV, and Russell Brand's the most popular comedian.
What about like that
But
radio
who is
show?
it? Why do they bother this guy?
I know it's.
I don't
They're
really get it still.
They're really crapping on the head of a guy who didn't do anything to them.
He didn't do
or
anything.
to anybody else.
Yeah, and also, so what? You shagged his granddaughter.
Yeah, get over
she's
it.
an adult. She's allowed to have.
Wipe
sex.
your penis on the drapes and be quiet about it.
Attaboy, Lou.
Louis' first dump of the day.
Sorry.
All right.
Sorry.
Steve from Bay Show is actually pointing out, he goes, that's 2 breaks so far without Louis being dumped.
Oh, he's a potty
well,
mouth.
there it is.
I'm sorry.
That's okay because
Compared to the old
the
days,
line was
no
good.
problem.
Oh, sorry.
Gotten
As
way
long as
better.
the line's good, I
Now-
don't care.
Just to sum up this thing, Russell Brand gets fired.
No, he gets pushed before he jumps before he gets pushed.
Oh, he jumps before. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
technically he leaves.
He quit, and
He quit.
Jonathan Ross has been deducted 12 weeks' pay, which is 2.4 million American dollars.
Jeez.
What?
How come John Ross gets to stay?
What?
Wasn't he the first one?
Jonathan Ross is the biggest cash cow for the BBC. So it's like firing
What?
Letterman or something.
What kind of
yeah.
money was that?
Yeah, what?
2.4 million for a week.
So for
12 weeks.
2.4 million for 12
12
weeks.
weeks.
Looks like
12 weeks.
looks like we're moving to England, Ant.
Wow, I was listening to that, and then hearing that with the pay over there. Hip hip cheerio.
Oh, we can take England by storm.
No,
feel
but
like going over
the
there.
thing is, he's the #1 paid guy. But the thing is, you
Kick
know, the
his ass.
BBC's got no commercials on it. It's like British TV. You got to pay a license for your television.
Right.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
What?
You don't have a choice. It's like the mafia. They've put something in your house, and now you have to pay protection money on it. You don't have a choice. It's to the government. If you don't, they have vans that drive around the streets that can detect whether you have a TV in your house.
And you got to pay a TV tax.
It's called a TV license. It's not a tax. It's a license.
Yeah.
Holy mother of pearl.
And it's about.
I thought our
100
taxes were bad.
It's
No, but
about-
they also have
Wow.
something called. They have something really smart in British broadcasting and radio and TV called Watershed, which is just there's a certain hour of the night. It's like 9 p.m.
9
or you-
p.m. and then bring out the tits.
9 p.m. Do whatever you want. Absolutely anything you want after
Anything you
9
want.
p.m.
Oh,
It's
wow.
crazy.
And sometimes it's funny. You won't be watching a show that starts at 8, it ends at 10, and the first half of the show won't have any tits. And like,
Hold on with that word. It's
Oh.
Do you believe they dumped
They
that?
were-
All right, hold on,
Yeah.
hold on. I'm going to reset because this is way too good.
We don't have
the 9
Watershed.
o'clock hour is called the what? Because I don't know what they dumped out.
It's called Watershed.
Watershed. Then anything goes starting at 9 o'clock, and that's when
At
they
9
break
o'clock,
out the boobs.
Bring
Just
out
say
the
boobs.
Bring out the boobs.
breasts.
But they'll literally have a show.
Yeah.
that's-
Say whatever you want.
Yeah.
They'll have a show like a telethon or something that starts at 8 and ends in midnight. And for the first hour, nothing bad will happen. And then they start effing and seeing and bringing out the boobs and showing
Yeah.
a bit
Wow.
of... Oh, whatever they want. Yeah, we have, in Britain, phone sex lines where you can ring the girl who's on screen. And
On
there's
TV.
like 20 of them, and they're all models.
On TV.
On TV. You can ring the girl and you can get her to move
And you
around.
tell
stuff.
her to do
it's,
things?
It's all this stuff about the British being prudish when it comes to sex. Wrong.
No, they're
Oh,
disgusting.
no.
Never said prudish,
disgusting.
just lazy at it.
Yeah.
apparently.
Well, you know, eating halfway through and all that type of stuff. Yes.
Why did they get fired? Well, why were they being pressured over that? What rule did they break? It's not that great.
just an
No, but
as far as radio
unpopular-
there's a
goes.
few things in England like common decency. It's not an actual law, but it should be. It should be.
I heard they broke some kind of prank call rule, but they called it answer machine, and you don't even know if they actually put all that stuff on the answer machine. There's tricks in this business.
Well, they.
So why?
Well, the thing is, they just picked on the wrong guy. Andrew Sachs is just beloved, and then
Who knew?
The Prime Minister.
The hell knew?
The Prime Minister even got involved. And just
Really?
went, oh, it's not on. I love Faulty Towers. That was basically his argument.
Why would the Prime Minister get involved?
Well, because don't look at the economy.
Yeah.
Faulty Towers. He's in trouble.
Maybe
Don't
if you,
look at
if you
that.
called our Art Carney and just started just saying horrible things about his family.
And his awful Harry and Tonto Oscar, which he
Yeah.
never should have won because Pacino did Godfather 2 and got robbed.
Oh.
Same year.
Best
That's right.
picture.
Well, you'd have to have the
ridiculous.
phone line break during a storm and fall over his tombstone in order to talk to
Who's
Art Carney
this?
at this point.
Who's Art